I'm 5, I'm a Todd, I'm waiting for my father. I'm sitting on the curb, I know I cannot be bothered. My mother's getting worried, that's a permanent state. I see Tony down the street, he's my determinate mate. I'm too busy eavesdropping on my daddy's interview. It's win or lose, I get a yes, merciless enthused. Time to write, also time to fight out the blues. My dude, the bad thing, mama Stewart don't approve, he's always on edge. Ever since he lost his temper, dead. Used to be a drinker on the brink of brooding benders. Hatfield slashed his tires, picked out and got fired. He was a student, wasn't prudent, now the student's retired. When they trick I was a baby, it was maybe too much. One day I found his plate and it was covered in suds, it was ruined. Didn't mean to do it or do him any harm. Pulled me away in such a way I broke my little arm. Like the Donner's, a huge hotel like right out of a book. Nestled in the nooks and easy to overlook. The set was hitting home, we were there to take care. Breathing in the thinnest air, easing in the winter wear. The kitchen was colossal, there'd be no Donner dinner part. Suspicious and amazing like I made this Minotaur. There was a playground by the porch, so combining for hiding. There was some scary topiaries for some poses presiding. The cook took me to his car, so we both of the shining. Our minds were intertwining, it was extremely exciting. I finally had a friend who understood I wasn't nutty on him. I could depend, and for him if things got bloody. Headed out the port, I was sort of sad to see him leave. Asked if I wanted to go, but Tony's pulling on my sleeve. The property, repairs and minor maintenance, release the pressure of the boiler toilet in the basement. My demons learned to read and I proceeded with the patience. Mother made us busy, really don't know where her day went. Feeling rather fearless as a ghostman in appearance. Dick said these were visions and effectual interference. Felt overwrought with rage, but he said I was safe, so I never tested fate, I just looked the other way. We wish from the suite with presents known to sleep. I saw brains across the walls, appalling, I say the least. What was losing if I blinked and the sight would cease. A hose in the hole, it hits and barely missed my feet. He warned me of a room when an old lady took her life. Her young lover left her lonely, only option suicide. She now hides behind a curtain like a person that you fear. Never entered, I remembered head, severed bubble beard. Trying to get me, wrapped her fingers around my throat. My mother blew my father off, he goes, it's told the ghost. He starts scraping many Martians off the wagon, he did fall. Refrain in vain, the red death, I'll swear over them all. Prospero phone a terror when he whispered in his ear, deliver the boy, kill your wife, it's your life, my dear. We want his power on my hour, wear your power with this mallet. Proceed with malice and get the keys to Derwent's palace. Took his room with a forbidden and familiar own daughter. As I come back right away, I stay at the overlook is over. My father's on a rampage, the hotel is taking hold of his mind and soul. It holds the remote control. We put him in the pantry, but that only made him angry. He sabotaged the snowmobile, the radio was range free, gone crazy like Grady. He offered daughters and lady, now we're lying and waiting, and my mother's crying and fainting. Of a party where travelers match, seen remnants of an era that's apparently past. Distracted by my dad, the directive wasn't protective. Hit him in the stomach, broke her ribs, it was horrific and hectic. She summoned all her strength, which turned out to be ample. Punched a knife into his back, all the way to the handle. She escapes, but a man in a mask has to make a mistake. Sit between the shoulder blades, then I hear a body break. I'm dreaming and screaming, come out and take your medicine. So I decided to talk to Tony, who's no longer reticent. He says it's not my father, it's the hotel making him weird. And Tony's not imaginary, it's actually me in 10 years. Remember to love your father, don't hate the evil within. Remember all the good and you will eventually win. He was abused just like you, father raised with a cane. Free him from the mask, with the trap, and he's in pain. To the attic, it's padlocked just like heaven. I'm cornered in a den without a weapon to threaten. The cook arrived just in time to lose all of his teeth. Wish I was a doctor, said a doc, I just rock him to sleep. He lifted up the mouth, his mouth rabid and malicious. I remind him of the human that I love in this instant. He tells me to run away before he starts to pound his face. Becomes an unholy hider, I become a basket case. I remind him of the basement, he's still this place's keeper. Found my mother and the cook and we both can beat the reaper. The pressure reaches limit, even bullets need release. The overlook was cooking, the deceased found peace. As we headed down the mountain, found a figure in the flames. My father was defeated, that's the even to this day. A demon seemed to leave it in